Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Tina normally doesn't come in on Tuesday, and she's been diagnosed positive for the virus, but she doesn't feel too bad. It's kind of like me. I'm ending 2 weeks now under diagnosis with the virus, and I don't feel too bad. I'm functioning. She was in yesterday and did a few things around here, did wash dishes, put my compression units on my legs so I could get some time there compressing my legs, and left a little early and didn't say whether she'd be back today or tonight or not, so I don't know. But a lot of people have the virus and are working through it. Others are really sick. Ethel is in bed. She didn't go in the hospital, but she is really sick. I haven't talked to her in the last couple of days, but she's not doing well at all, and I'm concerned for the lady. But I'm going to go ahead and fix breakfast for Frida and me this morning, and just do something simple. It's going to be a breakfast sandwich, and it'll be a big one, and I'll cut it in half. It's about all either one of us ever eat is a half a sandwich for breakfast, and I'll do a video of that, and it'll be my first video in almost 2 weeks now. But I'll do that, and I don't know if there'll be a story or not. I'll have to think about it, see if I can think of something interesting enough to say. But come go along with me. Everybody's got the virus, and nothing we can do about it. But I have heard President Trump said that they were now testing 2 different vaccinations for it, and they both had high promise and looked like they would be out by the end of the year, and in large enough numbers to make some difference. So we'll just have to wait and see. Don't know what's going to happen on the election. I'm just scared that this whole thing may turn into a civil war. Who knows what's going to happen? There was obviously massive fraud in the election, and of course one side said they won, the other side said they didn't, and it's now into the Supreme Court, and who knows how it's going to end. But these are troubling times. I'm glad I'm alive, but not that I'm living through it. It's a terrible time in our nation, and there's a lot of bad people out there who are trying to take advantage of it. Okay, let's finish this puppy up here and get breakfast. The egg over there at the side. and get my old ice cube trick out. Turn the toaster oven on here to toast the bun, and we're going to have breakfast here in just a few minutes. Check this puppy here. Yeah, it looks done. A little salt and pepper on it. And turn the burner off. And this is going to be ready to go on the bun. In just a moment the bun will be toasted. Okay, the bun is here. Get some of this spicy ranch dressing on it. There we go. And the sausage patty goes on there. Wow, it's hot. And a couple slices of smoked Gouda cheese and the top on it. And cut that puppy in two. And it's ready to go to the table. Okay, I promised you a story, so here it is. It's not a war story or anything like that. It goes a lot further back than that. It goes back to when I was a kid, probably about 8 or 9 years old, something like that. My cousin and I found this ad in this magazine, probably the magazine that advertised x-ray glasses and seahorses and things like that. It was in the 1930s, and that you order all that crap. And anyway, it says raise white mice for profit, and it said order your starter kit for $3, and includes instruction book. So we get together, we pick up deposit pop bottles and whatnot and get $3 and mail it off to this company. And we get, a few days later, we go down to the express office and there's a box for us. And in it is about, half a dozen white mice. And it's a box kind of like that they ship baby chicks in, except it had white mice. And it had a book in there, and the book told that these laboratories bought white mice and paid up to $1 a piece for them for laboratory experiments. And we'd raise these, and then we could sell them to the laboratories. So we saw ourselves just making money hand over fist. So we built cages and started raising mice, and those mice, I'll tell you what, those were prolific little suckers. Those white mice, they multiplied like crazy, and we were having to build more cages and everything. And then we read the book and all of that, and it had a list of companies that supposedly bought mice for laboratory experiments. So we sat down and wrote several letters to them, telling them that we had white mice for sale, and we'd check the post office every day, and there wouldn't be any letters there or anything. And then finally one day we got a letter from some laboratory. We opened the letter, just thrilled to death, figured it was going to be an order for a bunch of white mice, and it was a nice letter, and it was typed from some laboratory executive, and says, "Dear sirs, we're sorry to inform you you have been flim-flammed." Now, in my youthful days, I didn't know what a flim-flam was, so I asked my dad, and he explained the word, the meaning of it, that we'd been cheated. Said, so-and-so laboratories, while we do use white mice in some experiments, we raise our own specially bred for the purpose, and do not buy mice on the market. It went on to explain that this is an old scam, and it had been used many times on many people, and that there was no market for white mice. So, knowing nothing else to do with our white mice, we simply just opened the cages and turned them loose. And we populated the little town where we lived in white mice, and everybody's talking about all these white mice running around, and I think we fed every cat in the neighborhood there for a long time, and before they finally ate them all up, or they died off, or whatever happened to them. But that was our first experience in getting scammed. And of course it wasn't our last one either, but over the years there's always somebody out to take your money for some money-making scheme where it's easy money to make. Of course now we have the people with the Indian accents calling up to want to fix your computer, and as soon as I hear that accent, I usually just hang up. Sometimes I make a vulgar remark to them and hang them up, and they call right back, though. They won't give up. And but that's my story today, and you folks have a great day. I'm going to have one. I don't care if the virus is running amok around here or not, and I'm positive for it, and I'm about to the end of my first 2 weeks. I don't know how many more weeks I have to go. I'm still a little hoarse, as you can hear. But I feel good, and I've never been really ill or anything, and well, I guess which is fortunate. And Frida has been feeling bad too, but a little worse than me, but nothing serious enough to consult a doctor or anything, and I guess it'll run its course someday, or wear itself out. So God bless America, God bless Texas, and if you're looking for a place to live where you don't have a lot of crowding or anything like that, you ought to look at Mentone, Texas. There's plenty of land available down there. The prices are cheap, taxes are low, and if you hear any noise around there at all, it's probably a dog barking. I found this throw pillow from Mentone, Texas, So, where in the state would you find a throw pillow like that?